case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Captain's log. Using the light speed breakaway factor, the Enterprise has moved back through time. Our mission? Historical research.
Captain, I'm getting something.
Put it on audio.
There's an old-style weather satellite in orbit below us. If I could bounce off it, I could get some good views. I've got it.
Tie us in.
Hide in, sir.
Oh, hello. Very important live tonight. Holy shit. I don't even know where to start. The reason I'm late is because I wanted to make sure things were verified. I don't put out fake news. I don't put out fake information. I am a king of receipts. I honestly don't know where to start on this. And this is what we're going to do tonight, people, before I get to the comments. Here's how we're going to do this tonight. What I'm going to do is quickly give my real fast opinion, thoughts, and recap on Adam Montgomery and the Petito trial. And after that, we're going to go into this person who will be a newbie on Team White Boy Radio, a complete moron. Okay? And I have a timeline for you. If you're over here watching this channel, you already know this is no sense crime. Okay, here's the rules, moderators. I don't want anybody blocked tonight. Nobody. Let them talk. First off, I have it on subscribers only. Second off, it's very important that you don't remove their words. Super important. You can time them out, but leave their words. With that said, we'll get back to that later. You guys know I break down a lie very good. And you can't even make this shit up. So we will laugh in the beginning with her. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. Well, we're going to laugh. But after that, so Adam, Petito, Karen, Jennifer Holly, whatever you want to call her. We will laugh at that, but after that, it is a dead serious live. A few lives ago, I brought you Cher, a creator who covers Summer Wells for a very long time. If you didn't watch that live, we showed you animal abuse, but more alarming, we showed you stalking and harassment. If you follow this channel, if you view this channel, then you probably know that Benny Key's another creator, stalking and harassing. Okay, Benny caught those charges as he's continuously talking about the case. Like, this isn't something ancient. Cher's was not that old. If I told you tonight somebody is catching aggravated assaults associated with an attempt murder. Has a profile on Backpage. Domestic violence everywhere. People, I have lost track. I have lost track of the list. I'm not shitting you. This is somebody who jokingly, if you can recall this, I made a live up and I clowned a few people because what they said I took with a grain of salt. And this would be Smiley, who associated herself to the gang, the Crips, and then the lady on the thumbnail, Roe. She told me she was associated with Aryan Nation. I laughed at it. I did a live clowning her. I did not know that she was dead serious. Who are these people? Who are these people who are these hate channels obsessed with the Wells? If you're watching me right now, how many times have I said this? A tragedy pimp will always call you what they are. So tonight is going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. But we're dead serious to this point when we get there. All right. I'm going to be making a video with you guys at the end of the live about an argument that I had on a panel the other night. All right. So let's hit the comments. Lots of stuff to show you. Shout out to my team, White Boy Radio. Shout out to my shenanigan squad. Shout out to my people shout out to my critical thinkers. Shout out to my patriots. Because tonight we're going to talk about a confused woman who thinks she's a patriot. But I'll break it all down for you. But what I'm repping tonight is America hat, and never surrender. Donald J. Trump, the best president I've ever had. We'll get there when we get there. So that's the rundown. Mods, the rule tonight. When we get to the serious part of the live, I don't care if you say who the creator is. But in white boy style, I don't promote clout chasers. I don't promote people who are reaching. So when we get to this person, which will be shortly, I don't want the person's channel name in the chat. Those comments, delete. Those comments, delete. I don't want her name in the chat. Tonight, her name is No Sense, Crime. So let me hit these comments. We got a good live tonight, people. People, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious about who is covering this case. People, there's a lot of stalkers. 9 times out of 10. And you're over here right now, you're at White Boy Radio. I'm king of receipts. I'm not going to give you an opinion piece and tell you that I think somebody's a stalker. No, I break it down and show you. And there's never any debate. There's never any pushback. There's never any nothing. On the other hand, after I do it. So what I'm telling you is 9 times out of 10, you have probably viewed some creator who hates the Wells and is literally a stalker. You have to put the pieces together. So what I'm telling you is there's channels out there that go live every single night or every week. Their channel is solely one negative thing to bash this family. They cannot give you any receipts. They cannot give you any facts to rebuttal what law enforcement has said. But they think in their head, and people to learn that these people are stalkers, that is dangerous behavior. That is super dangerous behavior. I don't care where you stand with the Wells. I support a few channels on YouTube who totally disagree with my view. But you know what they do? They're not hateful. They're not hateful. And that's not what their channel's about. I respect those people. There's a few people who leave comments. They don't come in with this crazy negative, weird, like it's so, these people, this has gotten so weird. What I'm about to show you tonight has gotten so weird. What I forgot to show you about stalking Cher is so weird that it's lit a fire up under my ass. Sometimes doing YouTube, you get like complacent. You get a little, it's just like kind of, I love exposing scammers and tragedy pimps and all that, but it gets, sometimes I get a little bit like I want to do something different. These last few lives have lit a fire under my ass. And I want to say this before the comments, man. I don't have you in the description yet, but for the few creators that I'm going to tag after this live is done, hey man, it's not that I need your help, but I appreciate what you do. Two people I'm specifically thinking about is I'll probably tag the Glare, because you have somebody who's literally makes a video admitting that they hate the Wells because they misunderstood something, but they have true crime in their name. And wait till I show you how stupid this person is. But I know that there's channels that call these tragedy pimps out, and I'm calling on you, man. People that I respect and people who do the same thing. I think that you guys are missing a few people. So I'm going to tag a couple creators. There's a list going around YouTube, if you haven't heard. Guess what? So there's a list, if you don't know this, there's a list going around of the tragedy pimps. It's interesting to see how many tragedy pimps on this list of 10 people, creators, how many cover Summer Wells only. Then it's interesting to see some of the people who we review. But I'm going to tag a few of you guys. Just watch the first segment and then you can get out of here. I'll put timestamps underneath your tag and have a peek. Cash Gurnan, Family Justice. Mama, please call. Call. All right. Comments, guys. What's this? Oh, he went on a panel. That's okay. Hello. What's up, Hammer Time? Where are you? What does that mean? Oh, okay. I'm way behind. Gotcha. Absolutely, GG. What's up, Lori? What's happening, Mama? Skunk. Hey, Skunk. This one's worse. Wait till I get to it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do part 1 of 2 on when we get there tonight. Anyway, so I want to talk about the stay in order here. So the Petito trial, real fast. If you haven't heard, I've been posting on the community wall as best I can. The trial is this the civil trial is interesting because the family. Let me ask you an OG question. How many OGs are in the chat? Do you guys remember when this trial happened? Like when it was first on YouTube back a while ago. And I told you guys that I spoke with Gabby's family and they told me that some things were going to be revealed during this trial. Who here remembers that? Who here remembers that? I'm just interested to see who remembers that. Couple people. Yeah. What's up, Kit? Shout out to Kit. Good channel. Factual channel. Receipts. I respect any true crime creator who brings receipts. Kit, we're due for a collab. Kit is good people. Been supporting her on not only YouTube, but X, Twitter for a long time. Anyway, when the Petitos told me this, I had no idea what that meant because, to be honest, they're kind of, the Petitos are classy, they're professional, and very like, you know, they know what they're doing. Okay. And that was said, I didn't know what that meant. You know, I was interested and nothing happened for so long. And in this suit, well, this is way before the note came out, the letter, all that. This is before the letter where Roberta's talking about a key and a cake and all that. This is when the text was. But as of late, we learned 25 times Brian calls the parents after he kills Gabby. Over 25 times. Then on my wall today or yesterday, whatever it was, it's weird to learn that they were going to arrest Roberta. The FBI was either doing a pump fake or they were thinking about it. Is hey JB is arguing somebody and or they were talking about it. But I totally believe that, and it's just good clarification. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to guess, and you know, it's just like everything in this world that we're living in, especially in America. The conspiracy theories come true, and a lot of people thought that one of the parents would get arrested. Okay, it's just speculation for what it's worth, and now it's verified. Okay, a lot of things came out in the trial, and it's definitely worth a peek. So go to the community wall if you haven't listened to that. It's a good breakdown. Another thing I want to talk about real fast before we get into this stuff is the Adam Montgomery, the outcome. The guy Vinny from Court TV, he did a really good segment on this. I actually respect the guy. I like KJB. I like Vinny. Two people in the media that I feel like I can trust. You know what I mean? With all the fake news that we have going on out here, I like those people as far as, you know, what I do here on YouTube. But Vinny had a good segment, man, and he was talking about just breaking the whole thing down. I did a short today where it has Harmony's mom, and she's calling Adam a coward. But what's interesting is, and I'm sure you guys are all aware of this by now, but what's interesting is her remains are still out there, and the police are having a press conference, and they're telling everybody exactly all his GPS, all his data. Remember that data word, data. What's that? I've only been talking about data with the Wells for so long. So they're able to tell exactly what his coordinates are, you know, how long he was, you know, what tolls he went in, all that. So there's a segment in where this happened that's 26, 27 miles. I forget what they said. That doesn't seem like a big area to search. Now on foot, yes, it would be by yourself. Hell yeah. But I'm really surprised, and I guarantee there's going to be some type of creator. I don't know what platform, but man, if there is any creators near there, they should absolutely at least go give it a peek. Give it a peek. You know what I mean? I'm sure we'll probably see that because they broke this thing down so easy to where you could just not even know the case and drive right up and know where it went. But then there's the whole thing of, if they find the bag, is there anything in there? Is it decomposed? Is there double garbage bags wrapped into this other bag? So it's complicated, but I urge people to, if you live over there, hey man, give it a shot. Give it a shot. But call the police if you find it. Do not pick that bag up. This is why, the parents cannot search, especially if FBI tells you can't search. She's not. They're not cleared. The FBI doesn't do that. And the reason why they can't search. So hypothetically, if it comes to with the Wells, right? Let's say they go out tomorrow, and let's just say hypothetically they find, something super significant that is of Summer. That's how I'll word it. And they pick it up. There's a big contradiction there. As soon as they pick it up, this is why they're told not to search. I don't know why people watch these tragedy panels or channels that will tell you, well, why aren't they searching, and repeat this stupid rhetoric. But sometimes it's good to know and understand what's going on. Okay. That's my, so definitely check those two things out and urge people, man, if they want to go out there. I'd like to see her get a correct burial. Be cool. You know what I'm saying? A couple comments. Yeah, of course. Of course. And this is another thing why the Wells haters, I eat these people up left and right in the comments. Like I eat them up. I make them tap. Truly, because you have common sense. But these people will come and all mad. I'm about to show you a really, really, really intense Wells hater. So this lady is shot out, and it completely backfires on her. How many times have one of these morons came my way and it completely goes the other way, like 180 on them? That's what happened today. And we'll wrap it up with the super nutball after this. But yeah, that's why they're told that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're told that. No one should touch something that belongs to someone who died or disappeared. Well, yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, you're 100% right. 100% right. Especially a family if they're told not to. Like let's just say in that hypothetical situation, they found something of, I don't know, significance. And they picked it up. Whatever that might be. And it's just them two with no witnesses. How does that look? That's why they're told, hey, we got this. But these people are, these people are the ones that tell you they have not been cleared. Which is interesting because after this little segment I'm about to do right now, I'm about to get into a serious, seriousness. But let's have a recap. And whoever I miss, please catch me up in the comments. Doug, no thanks. This guy, not only he's been arrested in another missing children's case, he got arrested getting involved. Literally got arrested. And then he tries to do this. Totally expose him. I heard he's back. Guarantee. Let me guess what his content is. Where's this idiot at? But I just want to do all this because there's a lot of people who come by who listen to these people and they don't know things. So I definitely want to recap stuff. So this would be Doug contacting me to my phone. Now, we all know what Doug sounds like, right? This is really old. You could find this months and months ago. But because he's back and because people take, and say things like, why aren't the parents looking?
Hey, Matt, it's Doug. Give me a call when you get this, bro, or tomorrow, or whatever. I'm going to bed here shortly. Wanted to find out if you could do me a favor and see if we can do us a favor. Actually, see if we can get Don Wells not to come on, but to talk to us and answer some questions. It's not going to be any hard questions. It's not going to be any crazy questions. They're actually on his side right here, trying to get answers, bro. And I think there's a few things that he could help out with that'll help a lot. Just stuff that has to do with the timeline. Has nothing. No, there's not going to be any finger pointing.
Shut the fuck up. To do us a favor, I can call Don whenever I want. Right now, if I want. You're the one blocked. He on this message, I cut it off. He says, I'm promoting his innocence, bro. What do you have a mental illness? You see me in my Trump video. These people have Wells derangement syndrome. Just like these people who have Trump derangement syndrome, these people have Wells derangement syndrome. Seriously. But anyhow, Doug, we have Josh the Lab. Okay. I've had Jenny on from the Grab, who has told you about a ginormous romance scam that he's pulled. There's a 2.5-hour recording of him talking about selling drugs, ripping people off, crying, apologizing. This is all during covering Summer Wells. So he literally ripped somebody off and out of his own mouth was selling drugs and got robbed, and people came and shot his house up. This is his own words while covering Summer Wells, not 50 years ago. Who else do we have? His best friend is Chris McDonough, one of the biggest true crime websites. Just stopped associating altogether with this guy. They did it right here on this channel, Web Sleuths, because they found out that this guy, Chris McDonough, literally tried to manipulate a couple minors into taking a murder charge that they didn't do. And he was sued behind it. And he doubled down and made a video trying to debunk it and looked ridiculous covering Summer Wells. Talked about Cher, harassment. Benny, harassment. I'm missing a lot of people right now. A lot. If I talked about them, put it in the comments or just go to my lives. But tonight we're at this person. So Trump derangement syndrome, I can't stand, right? But there's Wells derangement syndrome, 100%. So I'm going to try to break this down to you people as best I can. So if you know anything about the channel, I don't watch people who have Wells derangement syndrome. Every now and then I'll jump in something if I'm doing a video behind it or something like that. But so what I'm saying here is there's people who send me videos all the time. And I understand that within at least the Summer Wells community, there's people who jump from chat to chat, right? Okay, I get that, but not me. I'm nothing wrong if you do that. I just don't do it. There's nothing that any of these people could teach me, enlighten me on, none of it. So I just leave it alone. I get videos all the time. I think people on YouTube think that if they make a video of you or something, that you're just automatically going to watch it. Not over here. Not over here. When I first came to YouTube, that was me. When I didn't understand it, I would like watch every video of me tagged and all. But now it's once you learn it and get it and understand it, I guess the best thing to say is maybe you pick and choose your battles. How about that? So there's a lady. I made a post today. Now let's get the receipts because I know that's why you're here. What's up, Didi? Did I Jason, did I meet you? Did I meet you? Sir. Crickets? Did he answer? Anyway, let me know what he says. So let me explain this to you. This is going to take a minute. You know how we do things. Got a lot to show you guys tonight. A lot. You're gonna be very surprised to learn about. Oh, let me do this first. So there's a subscriber who. Shout out to the subscriber. Here's some age progression photos. The other day I made a AI. I told you what AI said about the new AI format called Google Gemini, and we made a video about that. There is a subscriber of mine who has made some age progression photos herself. So I was eventually going to post this on my community wall, but I wanted to ask Don and Candace first. Don said that some of them look okay and good. So I thought about it. Let me know your comments. Even if you watch this replay, I'm not sure if I want to put it on there. I mean, these are actually in my view, these are actually pretty good. Not, you see Prayer Garden like change the eye color and just some weird, obsessive, weird things. But just tell me your thoughts on this, thoughts and opinions. Great job, Tennessee says. So let me show you the rest of these before we get into that nutball. I like this. What is coming up? I think this one, and I believe it's the first one that I showed, were good. So these are supposed to be age progressive photos. They're not, way amping the age up like a lot. I don't even actually know exactly what setting my subscriber used to do this, or what filter as far as time wise of the photo. But I think this one come out. They're all pretty good, but I like this one, and this one I think is pretty good. AI can do crazy things. If you're keeping up with AI, it should be a very terrifying thing for you. I'm terrified of it. But anyhow, let's get to this moron, shall we? Let me know in the comments if you watch this replay about this person. About those photos. I want to know what you guys think. So let's have a peek. So I get this and post it on my community, right? This literally says, Jennifer Ellis requested $500. Pay attention, guys. At this point, pay attention. There's minor detail in here. I have ADHD. I have ADD. So I catch it all. It's not an illness for me. It's I view it as a weapon. Anyway, Jennifer Ellis requested $500 for working a 9-to-5 job while hating the wells. Literally, it says for hating the wells. So I post this on my community. I don't know who this person is. So I make a post. So So I guess this is where it starts. This moron says to my AI video. So this person listens, but I don't really know what they listen to. And they literally dox themselves to the fullest power. And we'll get there in a second. So in my AI video, No Sense Crime says, in the video, I say, hey, AI is scanning the internet, but they're not scanning YouTube videos, only, investigations and factual information, not YouTube videos. So she thought that she was so quick-witted and so slick that she goes, you mean they don't cite your channel as a factual source? How could they leave you out? So I guess this person was butthurt because she felt that I specifically was targeting her. I meant all of us. It's common sense that anything that you talk about pertaining to Summer Wells is straight opinion, not fact. I mean, what facts do you have to put out that haven't been put out already? So there's butthurtness. So I hit her with this. Yes, as well as yours. If they scanned mine, this much longer than this. I crushed this lady in the comments. Okay, this is actually the wrong photo. I destroyed this lady in the comments. Here it is. Here we are. This is the one I'm looking for. So I say, you claim to be a patriot. How? How would your son agree with you wanting clout over innocent until proven guilty? He's fighting for the very same freedom and the way of law our Constitution and justice system was founded by our forefathers. On top of that, you claim to be a Christian. What Christian is full of hate? You are deeply confused. As a patriot, I respect your son for fighting for our country. I would never allow anyone on this platform to do what you do to the Wells, to him or your family. As a Christian, you need to ask for forgiveness. God doesn't like ugly. As far as AI, if it scanned this video, meaning the one she commented on, versus any one of yours, it would ding hate when it came to yours. It would ding opinion on mine, and it might even hear its own voice as I played it in this video, and this is what the whole video is about. So let me explain this comment. This is like a wannabe prayer garden. This lady claims that she's Christian, but she hates the Wells. For the Patriot comment, on her community wall, she has her son here, and she's crying about Joe Biden's tuition forgiveness policy, which will be the only thing I agree with her on. I think that it's a horrible policy, and I feel bad for her son. I respect this man in the photo. Here's the problem I have with this lady before she destroys herself. And this is what I was trying to tell her. You have a person here with a platform. You have a platform. You're calling yourself a patriot. That does not make sense in itself. I respect you for calling Biden out, but here's what my issue with you. You can't be about conservative values. They respect the police. They don't defund the police. They solely believe in innocent until proven guilty in everything that I wrote you. The next problem I have with you is I appreciate you calling the policy out, but by the look at your comment and your post, your poor son was probably forced to take a vaccine. You have a YouTube channel. You should be spreading awareness about that. I was just watching Matt Gaetz today talk about fighting for people in the military in America because they refuse to get vaccinated. You know, they took them people's money from them people. They took their money, they took their funds. How do you have a YouTube channel talking about Don and Candace and not this? How are you a patriot if you haven't even talked about died suddenly, which directly involves the jab? And it will change your life for people, subscribers. Whoever watches this, if you got poked, hey, that's your choice. But if you did, you really, really, really should go on Rumble and watch Died Suddenly. I strongly recommend it. The problem is, I was talking about these things over here on this channel for a long time. I had to be very careful how I did it because they were censoring you if you talked about the jab. They censored the shit out of Died Suddenly. That's why you have to go to Rumble to watch it. They don't want that on this platform. They don't want conservative values on this platform. You keep contradicting yourself. There's no way that you can there's no way. Like, you have a channel, if you're going to call it out, call it out. But that's not conservative values. That's not, you sound exactly like Bullhorn Betty, who claims she's a patriot and literally is said on one live she's going to Hawkins County because she demands a death certificate and they're not doing their job. Might as well be BLM and defund it. Burn it down. Ladies, stop it. You're a fake patriot and you're deeply confused. So as we continue, on the same post, guess who stops by? Oh my God. Now this lady, we're gonna take a time out from the No Sense Crime, right? But let me read this one. This one stops by, which is comical in itself. I'm gonna explain. Y'all pay attention. So this one stops by. Literally a channel called Obsessed True Crime. They're all popping by since I got back from Tennessee. They're all popping by. They're all very mad. This one never comes by though. So I had a chance to just give her a little piece. The Obsessed True Crime. Let me tell you about this one. She says, I'm a paramedic and I work 10-hour shifts. I can't stand the wells. Do I get $500? When was I offering $500? We'll get there in a second. So the misinformation on the haters has already spread. So let me respond to this one. Destroy these people. And this lady is obsessed, but I'm not going to go too hard on this one. I said, you're all the way in a different country making the most ridiculous conspiracy theories I've ever heard. We have something called the FBI here. They would know if there were underground tunnels in Tennessee. Laughing my ass off. I hope you don't guess, judge, and think of conspiracy theories while at work. I mean, by the look at your channel, you named it correctly. I'll give you that. Obsessed. For fuck's sakes, don't be obsessed with Don and Candace while giving somebody CPR. You better yet give some blah, blah, blah. She was all right about it. And if I'm being honest here, that lady's really not hateful. She's a little obsessed, but not hateful. So I'm not even going to dig into her ass anymore. But one thing I will say is, for the conspiracy people, one of her videos, if I could critique it right quick, she believes there's an underground tunnel system. And maybe Summer's down there. As if the FBI in charge of the case would not be able to have access to everything the county did. Well, white boy, what if Don did it? What if the cornbread mafia dug it? She said the whole city. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. So I'm to believe that somebody goes and digs a tunnel under the ground, right? And they're going to do it like Harriet Tubman style, right? Straight this way with the shovel for 15 miles. Possible. Problem is you can't go straight for 15 miles in that town. And when you're all the way in a different country, you don't understand the landscape. You can start digging it, but when you're on a mountain, you got to go down. Oh! So back to you. If you're with the shovel, like where are you throwing the dirt in this tunnel that Don's digging? Or with the cornbread mop, where are you throwing the dirt? Oh, there could be a wheelbarrow. Then you have to go up the fucking hill. Lady. Like in our country, it's called the FBI. They're pretty good. It's why people are worried that they're weaponized. Back to that Patriot nonsense, she says. However, moving along. So here she is. I can give you all you need to verify work. How sad that in this community, it's hard to find people who, oh, that's not yet. So back to nonsense crime. Crime. So on her channel, she posts this. It's a draft of an email. And if you zoom in, you see at the top, it's a full screenshot. 43% of my battery. The time I took the screenshot. If you really zoom in, you can see what time her screenshot is. So she's what happened is this lady did that Cash App request because in a live like a few weeks ago, thank you, member. Who is it? Hold on, guys. I appreciate it, Cyber Ninja. In a live, I said, none of these hate channels could tell me they have a job. None of them have a job. If somebody comes in live, I'll give them $500. This moron misunderstanding something again, taking what I'm saying at face value again. See, she's not in the lives where we talk about back to Josh, lives with his grandmother, unemployed. Back to Doug, lived in a van once, just like Adam Montgomery. All Benny lives with his grandma. Grandma seems to be a hit with some of these creators. How many? Crime and Justice, Section 8. If she's in the live, but I don't expect her to know this channel. But this lady literally is watching a live of mine. She's already misunderstood something I said at least once with receipts. So here she goes. She then makes a video, says, I won $500 from White Boy in a contest. So I don't find all this out till later, right? I'm like, what the? So I'm like, what the fuck? What contest? So then she's like, then she goes live, and literally she goes live. She goes, I hate the Wells family. White Boy owes me $500. This is a lady who has a son who served our country. This is how she's acting on social media. But wait for it. There's more. This lady doxed the fuck out of herself. Doxed the fuck out of herself. Now, pay attention back to the receipts. Now that you're all caught up, I make an original post when I get the Cash App thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who is this? And she keeps commenting. Like, I don't watch you. I don't. Not only did I not only watch you, you didn't even must tag me in the video. So how the fuck am I supposed to know what you're doing. People, when I say dumb people, in case you missed the thing here, it says blonde sleuth. I'm entitled 500 because I hate the whales. This lady made a live stream and admits that. But it gets way better. It gets way better. People, you can't make this shit up. I'm dealing with this at work. She's trying to tell me, hold on. She's trying to claim $500 off something that I said. She sends out requests. She never sends me any proof or whatever. If I was being serious, I mean, I have to think like her now. So where's the proof of your employment? She's telling me that she works. Then this dumbass has the nerve to say, well, do you have a job? So I know she's totally clueless from over here. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna run with this one. Like you're telling me you watch my content, but you really don't know what you're talking about. Terrific. You are this is not going to be a good ending for you. So she posts that email, that screenshot on her community wall. You know, she's like, ha ha ha, white boy, ha ha ha, and but she doesn't realize I can see the time on it. I'm commenting to one of her 15,000 comments that she thinks I understand what is going on. I mean, I figured out, but she didn't tag me. She didn't come up. She didn't straight up tell me, but I catch her in a lie. So on this one here, you can see the time I took. You can zoom in and see the time of her screenshot. Then you can go to her channel and see when she posted that same screenshot. So then you go back to my comments and I call her out on it. So I'm figuring it all out now. I'm like, lady. So in my comment, I'm like, hey, I just jumped over your channel. You didn't send me no email. Look at this, people. It's in draft form. It's in draft form. As soon as I hit send on the comment, I'm like, lady, are you what? So I'm figuring it all out now. And I'm like, you're lying. You didn't send me an email, because the email says, she says, I'm not going to give up. My dog really needs surgery. Okay. This lady is an idiot. We'll get into it in a second. But so this lady is so stupid. So her email says, I mean, people, just stay put. This is gonna have a good ending. Trust me. So she says, so her email's in draft form, and in the email says, hey, white boy. She says, it's me in subject. It's just me, Holly. Do you need my Venmo? Because you owe me some money. Oh, you have a Venmo? Your name's not Holly. Your name's not Holly. When your name's not Holly. Your name is Jennifer. But I noticed when you sent me this, when I denied it, I do see that your hashtag, your Cash App tag says Holly. It says Holly EL. What could that mean? Ellis, maybe? 73. Jennifer, you never use your birth date in any reference. You definitely don't want to use that in a password. You don't use that on a screen name, because people who are good on the internet can now they know your birth date. So people who maybe are paying attention, they know now your name and they know now your birth date. They also know your alt name and maybe an email if you emailed somebody. And then it's not smart, Jen, to tell people that your husband's name is Blake. And also that you're going to a concert in May, because the comedian that you want to view, he's only going to some specific places in May. Like I believe it's only 6 or 7. You see how this worked? You misunderstood something that I said twice. You're being all cute. But what gets me is people, creators that I'm tagging. This is what I'm talking about. This is like legit real. Legit glare. You got to hit this one. Pay attention. You have somebody who literally went live and said, I hate the Wells. White boy owes me $500. This is on her own live stream, people. That in itself is all types of problems. All types of problems. I'm not going to state them, but I'll just say all types of problems. This is somebody with the channel. They have the nerve to put true crime in their channel. You can't be a fan of true crime. What you are is somebody during COVID found the Summer Wells case like so many people, and it really attracted you in. And you were watching and really involved in it. And you said, I'm going to make a channel myself. There's no way that you're a true crime person. You don't do that to families. You make a lot of mistakes. But this is the ultimate what the fuck. Like, you dox yourself and you literally publicly, what did you think I was gonna do? Like what was going on in your head? What would Blake say? What would the son say in the military? Do you understand he probably has been through field tests and missions where he's dealt with real intelligence? And so if you're on the phone with him or something, and you're like, oh my God, this lady Candace, he's probably like, Mom, where's the evidence? Like, you show your full hand. Another thing that I noticed, Jennifer, you're taking my content. So basically, I don't know who you are. I don't watch you. Like I said in the email. Why isn't that email up here? Let's have a read, shall we? Let's have a read, shall we? And I tried to tell this lady, but she kept going on and kept going on and kept going on. Hey, you fuck around, you find out. Let me share this to you guys. I'll put it on the screen. I'll read it from my phone though. The next one's bad, but we're not done with her. It gets better. Oh my God, the receipts. I say, this is pathetic. You send the email after 4:46. If you're paying attention to detail, people, of what I said earlier, this is pathetic. You send the email after my last comment to you, calling you out on it. Why would you dox yourself thinking I'm going to give you $500? You took what I said for face value, as I would ever give anyone, someone $500 to hate a family with a missing girl. You dox yourself in the process. You make a video proclaiming your hate for the family, parentheses, a case you cover doing true crime, parentheses, and then realize you didn't do what you claimed and hurried up and sent the email so you don't look like you backtracked. Somehow, after all of this, you think you have me in some gotcha moment for your channel? Lady, you have mental issues. I stand by that comment. This lady does have mental issues. She doesn't understand a lot of things, but I'm glad that this happened. I do believe that this lady has a job. I do believe that, one comment I'm not showing you is after this email sent, the tone changes. The spiciness changes. I think she realized reality hit. So she's like, oh, I have a job. I can verify. So basically, I'll show you. Look at this. Maybe it didn't actually. What I should have done is followed up on this, right? She goes, the time's there too. She goes, I can give you all you need to verify I work. How sad that in this community, it's hard to find people who actually work hard for their money. Do you work a 9 to 5 every day? So the tone changes a little bit, but then there's more comment. I just stopped completely answering her because she started to realize. But I could have played into this and got her work. But imagine you're watching a hate channel and something on this hate channel or whatever the fuck you're watching amped you up to come over here. Like I dissect lies down. You're never going to win over here. You look like a fool. You dox yourself. I could have really played you. The meat and potatoes of this, people, is when I was in Tennessee, and you've heard me say this on a live before, I get frustrated with Don and Candace. Why aren't you serving cease and desists out? Why don't you have a lawyer? They don't have a problem doing this. The problem is back to the beginning of the live. It's not my opinion. It's a fact that Josh lives with his grandmother. What are you going to get off Josh? His Google AdSense check? Doug lives in a van. Okay. These people, these people have nothing. It's senseless to share. Oh, we'll get the share tonight. These people have nothing. Well, it's not that he's not doing it. What's he going to send? Josh a cease and desist? Because that would like force Josh to not do any more content regarding them. But if Josh breaks it, and you know their egos, and he would, then Don can go after him in civil legality. But what is Don going to get out of that? He can't put a lien on the grandma's house. He's not suing the grandma. But they will always call you what they are. And another trick for the people in the bushes, for the real supporters, is you just give them the microphone. Here's a trick. Give them the microphone and just push a button a little bit and then back off. Let them tell you everything. And this would be a prime example of somebody who you serve a cease and desist to, who you go after. For so many reasons. A, she's hateful. She admitted it. That's downloaded. She can't delete that. She can't put it on private. Take a look. I believe she's got a job. I don't want to know. I do know already, but this is good. This is somebody who literally, well, you get it, don't you? Shout out to Blake. What's interesting too is, before I get to this next segment, this lady will call me a felon, a dumbass. I love outsmarting these people. Like, imagine you coming over here and I'm on one of these long rants or this long monologue, and I say, like, come in the chat right now, I'll give you $500. And you take that for face value. You make not only a video, but a live and say, I hate the Wells family. People, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. They keep wanting to. What's interesting is when my trip to Tennessee, and I know I keep telling people I have the video of Summer Wells' bedroom coming, I get so consumed in this bullshit that unfortunately it stalls the good stuff. So I do apologize to you. It's coming this week. But I love the fact that they always tie me to Don and involve me to Don. I really like and appreciate that. You know, I've been telling Don about how this thing goes. 1 police report off YouTube, 2 police report off YouTube, 3 police report off YouTube, 4 paper trail. When I was in jail, one of the people who lives with their family who doesn't have a job on disability, one of the people who doesn't have a job made the most ridiculous claim. And the police here already know about YouTube, and I am unswattable, and I'm proud to say that. They know. They don't know what's going on, but it would be I've dealt with them, I don't know, like 4 times. This is what you got to do, Don and Candace. Understand, Josh, understand these people. But Chris McDonough, this lady, she's not the average thing. And her whole channel is about you guys. Which that's not supposed to be anyhow in so many terms. However, moving along, wasn't the wet dream of could you imagine one of these people whose their channel is solely on bashing them get hit with a legal uppercut in the mouth? I mean, just picture this for a second. And now they're forced legally, you can't do that anymore. What do they do? What do they do? Do they fight it? How? When there's video you can't, you went live. You went live. I mean, but you're a true crime channel. You're kind of like a number 1 sleuth. You're definitely like you're like a detective. You have it like you listen to things thoroughly. You do your research. You absolutely, you're very informative, if you will. But you literally, you're a good channel. People could actually, people should, you should run for president. I don't know, Natasha. I couldn't answer that. I can't answer that. But these people, I told them there's a monkey wrench with white boy. Keep in mind, people, this has been going on a long time. And I want to I'm a little bit aggravated to the people when I first came to this community. There's a reason why I have that voicemail of Doug. There's a reason why I have so many receipts on maybe a share or maybe a Ziggy or whatever. Because when I first came over here, I was doing something where people all collabed and we talked and exchanged ideas and testimonies and stories, because I was going after somebody, okay, and trying to get something done, okay, if whoever's been subscribed for that long. But what I learned as I was doing that is what happens in the Summer Wells community for some odd reason is these channels will gang up on a channel and they try to, there's a reason why there's so many weird creators in my comments. Like we don't talk about these people. I mean, but it's the ultimate wet dream to never have to again soon. But why? It's weird. I mean, I've stuck up for somebody like AF Pennington, but I don't understand why people tap. How hard is it to debunk this lady that we just did? It's simple. I mean, I guess people aren't used to YouTube or whatever. They can't take the pressure. It is simple. I mean, when the person I'm speaking about when I first came to this community, that dude was a breeze and everybody's afraid of that guy. I mean, I ran through that shit. Smiley, just a little few days Oh, that one too? The broken nose all over. Like, she's posting the broken nose photos after the fact that is a completely fabricated story. I told you, she's like a genius. Like, this is a good Krama channel. Definitely detective status. Straight captain of the TBI. Literally is posting zoomed in broken nose screen. I'm looking at this as I'm figuring out. I'm like, this lady is an idiot. Like, that's been debunked. I like the fact with the small talk. You guys know I do this. I observe everything. I like the fact on that screenshot I showed you. Well, do you have a job? Well, do you have a job, white boy? White boy, do you have a job? I can produce any evidence you want. Do you have a job, white boy? Do you have a job? Do you work on that? Lady, did you what happened? Did you miss the post that was directly under that says, hey guys, need your help? The outcome of this poll will help me. I'm thinking about getting a raise, asking for a raise soon. Did you miss that? You seem to miss a lot of things, but I'm sure your coverage of the Summer Wells case is just fucking spot on. I'm sure you didn't miss anything somebody said. I'm sure it's so spot on that, you know what? It's Don and Candace's fault. This is what I'm talking about, people. I like AF Pennington. I like a lot of channels who have been rushed off this platform, but why? Why? Why can't you push back? Why can't you make this person look really stupid? Why would Smiley scare you? I don't understand it. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. And I understand the situation. This is what I do over here. Cyber Bullying Awareness Channel. We have not only helped the Wells, we helped the Petitos, Daryl Brooks, Corey Danley, a lot of families, but a lot of people on YouTube who are in these chats. I don't understand how you let these people do you like this. To any creator who may be watching this, it doesn't make any sense. This is common sense shit. If they're ganging up on you, it's because they don't like, they're either jealous of a relationship that you have with something they only talk about, or it's because whatever you're putting out, they don't like because they want their information to be heard. You always win with truth and you always win with facts. Like between Smiley and this lady, I've literally dismantled them in the little interaction that I've had. I just don't understand it. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm different. Moving along. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. You can catch this in, let me grab the link for you while we're at that. Thank you, Mama. So if you are being bullied, you can always reach out, but you reach out to me. A lot of people do reach out. I try to help people, but it's hard to help everybody. And sometimes if you reach out and you don't give me full context and tell me a blunt, you got to tell me everything, man. Here's a bullying harassment link for anybody who has been affected by these people, because we are 9 times out of 10, you've been dealing with a stalker. This is serious what I'm about to get into now. So that was that moron. Okay. The person on the thumbnail, her channel name is I Have No Sense Crime, a blonde TBI agent. Now, the person I'm going to be moving forward on, this is sad, people. The other person on the thumbnail makes her way around the YouTubes. This would be a back page profile. Again, like in the beginning of this live, these are the people who are covering Summer Wells. But again, not all the people. These are the people who are obsessed with attacking the family. These people don't have any receipts. These people don't have any facts. These people are going outside of what law enforcement have said. Okay, they cannot prove. None of them will hit this panel. None of them will debate. Never. Never. This person, I'm not going to play her videos, but I will describe them, and I have in the past. And now, mods, or anyone watching this, feel free to talk about the channel that this is. This person's name is Knowledge is Power. She goes by Ro on YouTube. This person, which I really thought, this is where, and this is why a fire got lit under my ass. A few lives ago, we talked about Cher. And I shared with you guys that she got stalking and harassment charges. People know about the animal abuse. You don't ever hurt animals. Guess who else did? Her mod. Guess who her moderator is? Cher's this is. Knowledge is power. Think about that for a second. Think about that. Cher abuses animals and is a stalker. Verified. Gives a wrench to her mod, who abuses animals and is a stalker, amongst a lot of other things. Take that in for a second. Take that in. Take that in while they tell you that Don and Candace Wells are these horrific people. Okay? Horrific people. Yes, they've had CPS come take their boys. Yes. I think Don has said some stupid things on this platform. I think that he let YouTubers interview him in the beginning that asked him nothing about Summer Wells and got him to admit to stuff that he did way long ago that was so stupid. Like, it has nothing to do with the case. But I believe that this mistake that he did is why there's so many channels who have hate towards them, because there's so many people who don't understand what I just said. They haven't been cleared. No. There's no underground tunnels that the FBI database would not know. And no, that's silly. But what I'll see from time to time is Don Wells is a registered sex offender. No, really? Well, show me. This is I'm king of receipts. Show me. They can't ever do it. Another tragedy pimp, another one of these hate channels will tell you that ridiculous whatever he said with Mary, which was, why did you do that? And why was anyone asking him? They twist the words. So instead of the ages that it was, I'm not justifying anything here, but let's keep it factual, it's true crime. Instead of saying what it really was, so let me say this. If two people are minors, how would he be on the adult RSO? They can never answer that one, because they just listen to these people tell them this shit and just run with it. It's crazy to me, right? It's crazy to me. But these two people, two peas in a pod, literally two stalkers. Now, you know what Cher does. Cher has been famous for trying to befriend him, and also another, at the time, missing kid case. But at that case, there was a babysitter who, again, this channel helped. And we totally debunked more of Cher's lies and attacks. And if you don't know, that babysitter had to go to the bank and take a $500 loan out to install security cameras because of the threats she was receiving off of YouTube. I just showed you some idiot requesting $500 going live. These are the loonies that you deal with. But what I'm saying is, Cher she needed a go-to. Quentin Simon, it's the babysitter. Summer Wells, it's the parents. Now the pattern is the same with Justice for Nobody. Summer Wells is not the only case he's covered. He's also covered the Dre McCrae case with somebody I know all too well, Molly Golightly. Now, what did Justin do in that case? Oh, he attacked the family. So there's a pattern here. But people will blindly follow on YouTube. Look at this moron. Look at this moron. This lady's going live saying she hates the Wells. Guarantee she's subscribed to all those channels. Guarantee it. How silly is that? But they'll tell you that. They'll always tell you, they'll call you what they are. They'll tell you that when it comes to parental things, Don and Candace are worse than Satan himself. So regarding Cher, before we get to her moderator tonight, I forgot to show you a few things. So we think of Cher, right? What does she like to do? Before I get to Roe, watch how real this gets, people. We're serious talk now. No more jokes. We get to Cher. What does she do? What is she infamous for when it comes to the Wells family? What is she infamous for? So, (2019), that was right before coronavirus. I could have swore I remember her having a mask on and stuff like that. But it was right before coronavirus. Findings of fact. The court issued an order of custody and parenting time in this matter. There has been no modification of the said order. The parties and the children named blank, which is presently aged blank, and blank, which is presently aged blank. Per said order, the parties are to have the children on an alternating 2-week schedule over the summer school break. The petitioner has also scheduled a hearing in September blank, but no motion has been served. By the way, because she was indigent without any money, on this one, she had to use a public defender. So that would mean that it broke as fuck, not working, public defender. Just dropped 10 stacks on a lawyer. 10 stacks. To this moron quickly, shortly. To answer your comment, I not only have a job, I have a mortgage payment. And I believe that you do too. I don't see drugs on you. I don't see living with mom on you. I don't see any of that. I believe that you work. I have no idea why you did this to yourself today, but I believe that you are. Well, you're not like me. You're not a patriot, but I do believe that you have a house, and that's very important. That's very important. But I don't believe that you're like live with your parents. So let's just state that for the record. Anyhow, again, so for the ones who came in, Don, why would he can't cease and desist Josh. He lives with his grandma. He don't have a house. So moving along, where is this at? What I'm looking for is to show you guys here. It's on the screen. So I'm just going to say it because the receipts are already here. I'm not going to read it all. What it says is basically on this custody exchange for share. Like, why did you hold the kids hostage and not want to give them back? You didn't have custody. So why would you do that? Now, I've literally heard you like a million times talk about the boys, and custody and CPS, like lady. They will always call you what they are. Like, why'd you not just like give the person with custody back the kids? Like, this is interesting behavior share. But what's very interesting is this one here. And we have not even got the row yet. We have not even got to the main course yet. And again, I can't even do all this in one live. Okay, this is going to be here. Hold on, I got to do something real fast. Give me 1 second. Oh man, I cannot. Shit.
You've gotten to a lot of people.
What?
You've gotten to a lot of people.
It's weird how they're all coming out, ain't it?
Oh, look. Can we show?
Yeah. Sure.
We got an album to celebrate Whisper's first year with us.
All right, so on share on this one, I want to show you. Hey, what's up? What I want to show you is in this deposition. I have it here. I'm sorry. I'll actually. Oh, here it is. Share recording. This is exactly that's what I saved it as. All right, so let me read this. Well, it'd only be fair if I put it on the screen, right? There's receipts for a reason. So. I'm not doing that. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let me find it first. Let me read it, find it, and then I'll share it with you guys. So just stick with me. And then we're all caught up. We'll be going to the lady named Knowledge is Power. This is very interesting. Before I read this, I've heard speculation and rumors a lot from people. I always ask people, like, why? What do you think happened to Summer Wells? And as soon as they tell me this, let me not say that. Instead, I'll say this. My answer to them is always, well, do you feel like that because of YouTube. And they're like, no, it's this and that. I'm like, okay. So I let them tell me more information. And then I say, well, let me ask you this. The law enforcement and the investigation have only said this. So if you're watching this in real time, knowing what they said, how could you feel like that? And then what happens is the conversation gets a little bit more honest, and it's you hit home better, if you will. And then what usually happens is, like, if I say that, well, Ronnie Lawson said they had a lawyer and they weren't cooperating, which I love that one, because then you get to correct them. Maybe like you realize he's talking about the CPS case, right? Like, and they never know that. And then they say, well, they weren't, they're not cleared. Or it's always repeating narratives from that point on of YouTube. It's nothing. They never give me an answer that's not from YouTube. So it's a very easy way to get somebody one-on-one to just break it down to where they're like, man, right? But okay. Yeah. Defendant to defendant and counsel's applicable. Criminal procedure. I hereby advise you that in the above named case, the prosecution has evidence against the defendant obtained as a result of a search and seizure, wiretapping, and any form of electronic or mechanical eavesdropping. That is interesting. I asked you a few moments ago, what do we know about Cher? And what does she do a lot? What she does is she records Don and whatever conversations as if Don is telling her anything credible or anything revealing or anything that's going to put, she's just recording him. And I've also shown you guys in past lives, especially with Josh Lab, that they like to use Facebook Messenger. And at some point when I started talking to Don, I'm like, bro, he's like showing me screenshots. I'm like, dude, do you realize they're unsending messages to you? He's like, what? I'm like, bro, they're creating their own conversation with your words and then bringing it to YouTube as facts and then calling the TBI. The point to me showing you all this tonight, specifically the people who we've been covering for a long time, to learn that they're stalkers and to learn that they have prior convictions of eavesdropping and wire recording, and to see their behavior. It's not like Cher can hide 45 lives or put them on private. No, we know this, right? People, she has called TBI how many times? How many resources has she wasted? I'm all for people calling TBI if they have some type of scare, if they have some type of fear, some concern that they need to let TBI know of that might help the case. However, normal people don't record themselves calling federal agents or police. That's done for clout, people. And as we're peeling this banana back, we're learning that they're stalkers. We're learning that they're convicted of doing these very same things. If you do not think, once I peel this banana back good enough, that the people, and only the people who have abused that tip line after the FBI spokesman stated twice to stop with the Facebook and stop with the YouTube stuff. But these people amped it up and played on gullible people that were in their house because they couldn't leave their house because of COVID. The timing on this one was great too. But to learn these people. So what I'm telling you is Cher will go live and ridicule the Wells about their boys. Okay. And she has the right to do it. But to learn that and to learn that to see her channel is solely about one thing. It's a little bit repetitive, it's a little bit obsessive. To then learn that she's been convicted of stalking and harassing. Then to learn that you've recorded somebody and you did the same shit that you do to the Wells. The same shit. You've already brought in fake news to YouTube. Now you're bringing your criminal element. The same shit. And this is not 10 years ago. This is not 5 years ago. How many times have we seen her record? She'll double back around and replay a recording 3 times to just change the title. But they always put hashtag Summer Wells, big thumbnail with Summer Wells. That's Summer Wells Army, the stalking and harassing. And the moron people who go live and I don't even know what the hell that was before. But what a moron. What a goofball, and what a slip on the old banana peel. So that's it for Cher. Her mod is what this live is about. Damn, we're already 1 hour and 40 minutes out. I'm being rude to the comments. Guys, I got a lot to cover. Stick with me. Row, general knowledge, whatever the fuck her channel is. This lady. I don't play her videos because what this one does is she looks at the phone. Okay, first off, she's never given an update on the case, no information on the case. She just tries to she tries to trigger the Wells, I think, and or she's talking to her phone as it's very strange, it's very weird, it's very hateful, it's very vile. And a quick stat in this case of Little Summer Wells, with the time that's gone by, there's a 1% chance that they're going to find Summer Wells. There's a 1% chance. And if you are somebody who solely focuses on the parents, which is completely your right to do, but if there's a 1% chance, the data says at this point now, 1%. If you are if your whole focus is on the parents, hey, it's your right to do it. But what can we go behind that? What facts do we have? Like it's your whole channel. And we only have 1% here. We wouldn't want to waste 50% of 1%, would we? Are we really Summer's army? These people, these people are sick. But this behavior you're about to see is alarming. Is alarming. I thought this lady was joking when she said she had a family in the Aryan Nation. Her dude, her man, whatever that guy is, we're going to get into it. That dude's got attempt murder. This lady's catching. So let's just fucking get into it. They got charges together. This lady's been catching charges left and right while doing those weird lives on the phone, talking to Candace. And just like Cher, this would be her mod. Knowledge is power. Stalking, harassing people. This is fucking weird. This is fucking strange. This is part 1. I don't have enough time to do all this tonight. That's how bad it is. Let's start off with this. who are these people? Who are these people who are so focused on Summer Wells? They claim to be, at least. Who are these people who are so focused? They call themselves Summer's Army, which, just for the record, would be Doug, the lab, and all these people. Who am I missing? I cover so many of these people. I forget. You know, Summer's merch, John Doofus. You have to see this one feels that he's bashed the family enough that at this point he feels entitled that, you know what, I can go ahead and sell that Summers merch. Doug sells Summers merch. Bullhorn Betty sells Summers merch. I bet you if you peek around at whatever the lab has, or any of these people who are anti-Don and Candace, I guarantee you they have something going on with Summer's name in it, other than a title, other than a cash app, or a hashtag, and they're making money off it. I guarantee you. This might be hard for you to view. I'll help you out. You may have to help me out. We'll start here. Knowledge is power. Police notebook. Man killed, one injured in Monroe collision. One man was killed and another injured in a two-car collision in the intersection of State Highway 222 and County Road. Gary of blank was killed at 6:30. The driver of the other car was Charlie. He was treated for minor injuries at this hospital. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong. I'm sorry. Wrong spot. Disregard that. Hold on. Here we go. Attempted burglary results in 2 arrests. 2 people were arrested after an attempted burglary at the blank apartments. Police said that they were called about 7 o'clock Thursday by a resident reporting a possible burglary in progress at the apartment complex at whatever road. As police arrived, a car sped from the scene and a man ran from the building of the complex that reported burglary. Police stopped the car on a nearby road and arrested Roe of blank. She was charged with receiving stolen property after police determined she was driving a car that had been reported stolen. The man who fled on foot was arrested at someone's house. The suspect, someone at somewhere, was charged with attempted burglary, receiving stolen property, eluding police, and with several outstanding fugitive warrants. So you literally got arrested with somebody with several fugitive warrants. Do I have a date on this? Yes, I do. Give me a second. I'll tell you that. Where's my date on this? I may post this. I'm unsure. Now, the rest of this is really, really, really crazy. Really crazy. Really crazy. This is part 1. I come up here to chop it up with you guys. I know I've been ignoring the comments. This is a back page. No joke. No joke. No joke. But these are the people who will tell you about Don and Candace. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. That's the wrong one. Hold on. So, okay, that's the one I'm on. Let's get out of this and let's get to this. And we'll go back to that one afterwards. Yeah. Okay. Bam. Alrighty. Here we go. Hold on to your ass cheeks. Alrighty. In New Jersey, a complaint system narrative inquiry. Within the jurisdiction of this court, somebody threatened to kill with the purpose to horrify Mrs. Blank, or in reckless disregard of the risk of causing such blank, specifically by approximately being the fourth or fifth time Mrs. Blank has threatened row. Okay, I missed something. Hold on. Let me read this again. Specifically by approximately being the fourth or fifth time that knowledge is power threatened to the porch, exclaiming she would kill her, and then bro started punching, pulling, hair pulling, knee kicking Mrs. Blank, causing Mr. Blank to pull knowledge off Mrs. Blank as she was trying to push her down the stairs. Explained her landlord, Blank, broke up the fight and Blank returned to her residence. Interview of witness. The document of details of the simple assault assault. I determined the details of the simple assault and informed Blank there will be a report on file for her to access. I informed Blank of her right to the complaint for the assault, escorted to jail. Interesting. While making videos of Don and Candace, you were doing that. People, there is so much more to show you. I'm just going to kind of maybe give you another teaser or so of this one. And we're going to bring this into a part 2. This is what's lit a spark under my ass, because it is very interesting. Back to what I said in the beginning of live, people have always said, well, there's a lot of YouTubers involved. What if YouTubers are involved in it? One thing I hear a lot, and I don't believe this, but people, and I strongly don't like this creator, but people will contact me and say, well, what, I think Benny's involved. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But if you do, you do. My point to me telling you is people have a thinking here on YouTube that creators are involved somehow in this case. And maybe for what it's worth, they are. Who knows? Okay. There has been a call to TBI about that Doug made about me being involved in this case. I've never been to Tennessee in my lifetime. And this last trip we went to was the first time I've been to Tennessee. I've been accused of taking money from Tim Mullins, which is going to be my selling point when I do call the TBI finally, because I could show a video of somebody saying that who called them, and I'm willing to give them whatever they need. I just paid my taxes. I just went to H&R Block. I pay not only my taxes, but everything that is Cash App, my crypto apps that I use. There is not a doubt. I have no fear. I willingly, I'm telling you this because somebody called the TBI. Obviously I have nothing to do with it, but because they called the TBI about this, It's my way in. If you watch Cyber Sleuths, they have to take every tip. So there's some type of paper trail that they can look and find about this. So when I call, as awkward as it is when I do call with these stalkers, I have to try to explain all this. And my way in is just like that other moron in the beginning of the live. They do it to themselves. My way in is, hey, look, here's the deal. Been dealing with this for a long time, and they've even involved me. They've said this and that. Now you can have whatever you want, sir. Please look into it all. I'm not cleared, so here's whatever you need. But on the same time, ma'am, sir, I've noticed something. I want to tell you something, and it's not only just that. I've had interactions with a lot of these people. Here's King of Receipts. And now here is something that maybe you don't know, because I've seen a pattern and it's not normal. And my question to you, sir, ma'am, is this falsifying an investigation? Is this falsifying a police call? Because we have known people who are, and here's their channel. Just, I don't know, go to the last 6 months, sir, ma'am. Let me know when you find something other than Don and Candace Wells. That's got to be something, people. It has to be something. And I promise you I'm going to do that. That's a promise. But I want to hit these comments. This lady will be to be continued because, oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus Christ. This is ugly. You have verified stalkers and obsessed people attacking this family. We have people who are literally, these people are getting arrested for some crazy shit, keeping it on the low and doing videos and telling people how bad Don and Candace are. What do not delete any comments. Do not delete one. I'm interested to see what people have to say. Yeah, you, Jason, you. That's what I was talking about. What do you say? That might be him. What do you say? $100%. 100%. But you listen, the people have shit to do. They got to take a tip. You've seen Cyber Sleuths. They got to take each tip. They have to address it. These people, man, look here, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. That TBI, they hate YouTubers. They hate YouTubers. And to be honest, there's probably nothing I could tell them. I don't sleep on the FBI. Them people know what they're doing. If you watch that Adam Montgomery presser, I've been at a FBI presser in the Petito case. These people know what they're doing. There's not a motherfucking YouTuber that can outthink them, outsquare them, outdo nothing that they're doing. The only time you're going to see that is maybe in a manhunt when you have them out there themselves and maybe a YouTuber out there, they have a shot at finding something, or in a body of water and people know how to scuba dive. That is it. That is it. That is it. But I'm for sure, man. For sure. All right, I missed a lot. I got to make a video at the end of this live too. So let me catch up on the comments. Well, I don't feel like getting this. Listen, people, on part 2 of this lady, you're gonna shit. I'm telling you, this is White Boy Radio. I don't lie to y'all. I'm telling you, I clown the lady for bragging that she has ties to the Aryan Nation. Oh no, she does. Oh, she does. Oh, she does. That dude that she's attempt murder, people. Attempt murder. This is paperwork, factual. She doesn't know. You know, she doesn't know or have any facts to go with her attempt murder or whatever her things are. I don't watch her towards Donna Candace. They always call you what they are, but I would never in my life think that this is what it is. People, part 2. Yeah. This lady is catching aggravated assaults and then looking at the phone. People, literally looking at the phone and talking crazy about Candace, and she's a stalker. And then when the live ends, jumps over to Cher's chat, that stalker, and engages in that too. Bitch, you just got out of jail. Not for driving, for some crazy shit. People. Cher has a history of doing this recording thing. It makes it weird. Everybody thought it was awkward when she had her kids right here, staring at the computer. We all awkwardly watched and we're like, what the fuck is this? We didn't know it was a ransom episode. People. But let them tell it. What about the boys? And Candace and the boys and the boy and lady. People, so when people say YouTubers are involved in it, I don't know. But for a long time, I dismissed that like you're fucking ridiculous. After seeing some of this shit, I still don't know. And it's probably highly doubtful that they are. But what all I'm saying is, man, this shit is weird if you're paying attention. Think about guys, whoever's been watching this channel, I beg people to hit the link. Beg them to. They never hit the link. Beg them to. If I talk about somebody, I'm talking about a creator I'm talking about. I'll make a post. I tag them. I'm going live tonight. I beg them. They never show up. When I get back from Tennessee, like all these lies, broken noses and black eyes, very easy for me to decipher through. And then to watch that one double down and double down. When I say that one, I'm talking about Smiley. But then, like, you could see it, and you could see it real time. Like that blonde lady. What are you doing over here? What are you doing over here? And then the other one, the obsessed, and then this one. You like this is what they do. They want it. They gang. They think these morons think that this is the pressure campaign. This is silly. This is fucking silly. And that's why I'm a little upset at people who've been rushed off because of who the fuck is running away from this shit is easy. Monkey wrench. And what's interesting is their egos get so mad. To watch Smiley try to desperately detach herself from that made up shit with that lady. And then on the way out, try to throw her. I'm like, no, come back over here. Not done with you yet. She resorted to making memes. That was her next, another L. Another L. Another L. Another L. Monkey wrench. Another L. Oh, where's it at? Do you guys want to see the photos again?
If the sun comes up and you woke up, you happy to be alive, and come on, let's ride.
Imagine,
Feel the vibes and let's ride. Yeah.
imagine making your pressure campaign is saying that I have a pickle and lying, and then imagine making a meme of me and Don Wells on a couch. Like, lady, this is so lame. Like, this is the pressure campaign. I'm gonna make a meme of you dreaming of my pickle. And I'm tired of. I seen a comment. I think it was in PG's chat. They said that she was fat. I don't. That's not appropriate. She's big boned. Okay, big boned. But this is comical to me. But this is what I. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. None of these people on YouTube. I don't. These weirdo tragedy pimp hate channels. I don't care about these people, and I don't take them serious. You guys know this. I clown them. I drill these people. But my mistake and my slip, right, was maybe hearing about a live that they did and maybe some nonsense that they did and hearing about it. And because I have a good heart and I formed a friendship with the family, I'll stick up for them and I'll crank up a live and maybe I'll clown them, right? And I'm very good at that. But I did not understand or see what I was missing because I don't watch them. And not only that, I didn't know nothing that I know now, but this is lit a fire under my ass. And part 2 will be up, and then we're going to have another one after that. Who are these people that you're watching from chat to chat? Who are these people? They will show you who they are. It's really easy. This lady, though, is going to take a couple episodes. Lol, man. Is loving life. And then to see like what's comical too is it's actually, well, it's comical on the end that I have to respond, but you have these people who like this lady with the gotcha moment. This lady swears that like she did something and she has no idea about this channel, which is very funny. And for the people who know, you know, she's like all the way like she all the way fucked up, right? But she's like over there like making all the posts, and I'm like, this lady's crazy. But there's gonna be somebody who's gonna get off work or whatever they do, a viewer of hers, and they're gonna come by my channel and leave this comment like, "Ha! You owe $500," and they just open themselves up to get drilled. And that's what's been going on a lot. I had some moron say, "Ah, you eat out of dog bowls." I was like, I didn't even know what that meant. I'm like, what? What are you saying? I for sure thought that they were trolling. Come to learn that this is literally what Prayer Garden said. And what's interesting is when you can break down a smiley on multiple things, you take her credibility away. Okay, you take her credibility away. How could you honestly sit there if you've been following this little stupid thing, right? And take her for an honest person. If you're a real supporter, or even if you're in the bushes and you watch all the chats, which is fine. How could you take that for being credible? You can't. You can't. So okay. When it comes to White Boy, it's just a little lies. When it comes to the case, she's flawless. She's so good. This lady had the nerve to say, White Boy doesn't want Summer found. So that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, right? Everybody knows how I feel, right? But what she's trying to say to her viewers is, I'm doing such a terrific investigative job. I've almost cracked this thing. I got them right where I want them. And White Boy, he doesn't want me to do it. Lady, That's a good fantasy. I have some beach water property in Montana. I'm getting rid of it for $2,000 for an acre. Just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Santa Claus. Like it sounds good, but that would then literally leave it to the viewers to be like, oh, I get it, Smiley. That white boy, he doesn't want you to solve the case. Do you get it, people? Like, is this real right now? Is this real? Is this real? This is fucking comical. But you people tapped on this, and I stuck up for some of you. I've been slipping. To be honest, I have not given none of this community 100%. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys because I'm brutally honest, and you know that. I work, y'all know that. I have been lazy. Not really lazy, but I have been busy. When I say lazy, I haven't done research like I know how to do. I came from a completely different community, which gives me a completely awesome advantage over here. These people are the ones who hide behind avatars and don't take a look at Benny Keys when he doxed Smiley. That lady went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because you know what? Just like Cher, just like Roe, why do you think is the reason that she called the police on Benny Keys? The video is still on his channel. Why? She is really people. These people will always call you what they are. That's Smiley. I've been doxxed 7,000 times. Okay. I came from a community where it was not set up like this. Prison community. When I came over here, it was so obvious when like I'm seeing channels that don't have it's not you. You're hiding behind an avatar and stuff. Like, what the fuck? And then I'm watching this. I step into this thing and I step into this thing fresh off the Petito case. I never planned to go to Tennessee. You could see me saying those words years ago in lives. I met some idiots out there, which I totally exposed with their own words, me and my wife. But they were going to Tennessee and they invited me to come. I said, no, I just started a job, this and that. They start acting all weird. I catch them in lies. But there's this other guy coming named Benny Keys. He's this big bad wolf. And people are all afraid of him. I'm new to over here in true crime. I'm like, this fucking guy? This is who you got? What? And I demolish this guy. Demolish him. But everybody is all afraid of him. Why? Why? Well, for one, he does attack. He does do some really crazy shit. But maybe it's not for me to say why. It's really obvious what he does. But he does it for a reason. This community over here, it's really silly. It's really silly. It's silly to me that somebody will say, white boy doesn't want Summer to be found. As that implies that you have the knowledge that you and your channel are going to find Summer Wells. And I hope that you do. But we all know that you know no more than me or the next channel. So what is the magic trick? Because all you do is bash the family. You're not going to find Summer Wells. You can't say that. You are literally it is the worst gaslighting I've ever seen. there's a fire lit under my ass because it's no longer that these people are hate channels. There's a whole bunch of dumb motherfuckers in this community that watch these people that don't understand the law. There's a lady in Australia saying that Summer Wells is in a underground tunnel. So let's break this down. She's not from our country. She doesn't understand how our FBI works, who happens to have the case. She doesn't understand here in the United States, in the great state, in the state of Tennessee, that when you construct something, whether it's residential or business, you have to go and get a permit through the county or city office. There's records and receipts of things. This is there's a group of people, and I call them woke. These people, they believe anything. I sit up here and call out these scammers and these tragedy pimps, but could you blame them though? Let's talk about it. Could you blame them though? Of course. But if you really look into it, if you peel that peel back on that banana, they're scamming their own gullible people. I mean, people. This shit's comical. What's up, Miss Harmony? Person who goes all around the world, puts up Summer's pictures. Speaking of Summer's pictures, let me show you guys these. Miss Harmony, let me show you these AI generated photos that a subscriber of mine made. They're pretty good. I want to see some comments now. Seeing her in court against BK was hilarious. I think no facts doesn't work in court. Of course, Lisa. Of course, Lisa. Lisa has a good channel too, guys. Lisa has a good channel too. Miss Joanne, I love you, Miss Joanne. Nora Woods, haven't seen you in some time. My brain would fry. My apologies, guys. I just want to get a lot off my chest. I still have one more little segment I want to do. Explain something, and it's actually going to be a video I'm going to make. So you'll see this. You'll see this last ending part of the live in a day or so on the channel as a video, and you guys are going to be a part of it. So leave comments. So I can put the comments on the screen as I'm saying it. Don rapes Summer and Candace gets. Yeah. That's okay. Thank you for that. Not really, but I don't want to play her videos because innocent until proven guilty is telling you the type of shit that she says. Ladies, sick in the head, but you have no idea. You have no idea. It makes a lot of sense. Here's the thing. There was a time where Pandrew, I made a parody on Pandrew. He said he's quitting the internet, right? I knew for 100% out of 100 that was bullshit, and he was not going to quit the internet, right? So I made a parody about it, right? And that's when he said, like, I forget what he said. It was something about I'm black, or I forget what he said. I don't know. The parody's up. You can check it out. But I knew he was not going to quit YouTube. And he specifically gave you a day that I think it was, if I remember right, I think it was like October 20th. I forget what it was. But he gives you a day, his title and his live. So I'm anxiously waiting for this live to come. By the way, for your records, anytime a YouTuber says, I think it's over, or I'm stepping away, they're lying. They're lying. 100% of the time, they're lying. Just know that. I mean, you've seen it with Tiffany. You've seen it with Pandrew. Anyway, can't give you all the tips. I'm watching for Pandrew to quit the internet, which he doesn't do. And somehow, some way, as I'm waiting, I'm not watching, but I'm hitting his channel and just reading his misspelled titles that he does. So one day I see this is messed up. I didn't mean to do like this row. I'm like, oh, interesting. Is it this one weirdo? I said to myself, could it be this one weirdo? So I clicked the video and it's this weirdo. Notice zero teeth. Like Like you definitely weren't smoking meth. No, Don and Candace, duh. They were doing it, duh. But so I'm watching him, and he has a live up, and this one I did hit, and he's talking about yours truly on the screen, the one with the teeth, and he's saying that he did a live and he snapped on this lady. One could only imagine Andrew will, Andrew will. I mean, depending on his mental state, I guess he could either go hard or just completely sound like an idiot and do moo sounds. But on this live he did on this lady, apparently he went hard. You know why? This lady ended up crying. Guess why? Andrew's live was about this lady crying. So here you have a comment on the screen about from Innocent talking about some of the things that this channel does. Where was it? It was just on the screen about, you know, the rape, this and that. Very, very weird. But when given back to this woman, when a little bit of the taste of the old medicine, in tears. But what I know Andrew did not do is give you anything about what I'm about to do in part two. And I'm not looking for anybody to cry. I'm not looking for anybody to cry. But this lady, you have got to be crazy, lady. You are actually worse than Benny Keys, I think. I mean, that's a lot said for me. That is a lot said for me. You, lady, have absolutely zero. You have absolutely zero way of being over here making videos for a child. You have absolutely no reason at all to be talking about Don. Don and Candace look like angels compared to you. You're literally yelling at your phone, saying that one of those people have done horrific things to their child. Lady, your man has attempted murder on somebody. They will always tell you what they are. They'll always call you what they are. They will always tell on themselves. You can always beat them with their own words. This I promise you. You, lady, have no place over here. You were catching a lady. This is knowledge is power. 100% a wacko. I apologize to the chat. 100% innocent. Let them know what's going on. China, AVM, my eyes. And when I left Bangkok to Asia, they knew everything. I was 8 of my first dentist appointment. As I said, Miss Harmony is a creator I respect. She's been in this true crime thing a long time, ever since the days I first came over here, ever since the days when Gary Busey, a.k.a. Kankles, a.k.a. Molly Go Lightly, was in this community, who I met out there, Potato Case, who I eventually exposed later on. But I was able to decipher, watching this lady, Molly Go Lightly, as she's lying on me and my family. On the same live one time, she lies on this woman right here, Miss Harmony. And I was able to tell through conversations I've had with Molly in real life about Miss Harmony, and the way that she was acting against Miss Harmony on a live. I was able to tell about the jealousy, and there was jealousy there, and there was a lot of jealousy there. And you know, Miss Harmony is somebody just like my wife, myself. Molly has these real cult members. Well, she did. Like, those people believe everything that's coming out of that lady's mouth, and they will fight to the death for that lady. It is something that I've never seen before. Cult on steroids. Only maybe coming close with maybe Natasha Cooper when I went through it with her. Shout out to Natasha. But Anyhow, Miss Harmony was getting sideways attacked. I stuck up for her a long time ago, and Miss Harmony is a smart person. And what I'm telling you is Molly was jealous of that lady. And if you go back, you can see it. But we've been cool ever since. Miss Harmony, somebody I've had many emails with, many voice clips with, many text messages with, somebody I'll never be on one of my lives. You know what? Because she's got morals.
I spoke on the phone with her for like 5 hours. Remember, baby?
Yeah. It's so for the people who think that, this is all I do. No. I've been knowing Miss Harmony a long time, and she'll never be on this panel on screen like this lady. Never. She'll be on the panel. I'll give her the link anytime she wants it, but no. Yeah. Lady. No, seriously, I don't feel like getting into it, guys. It's getting late. 100%, Miss Harmony. 100%. I don't know what live I did, but I remember like I'm not going to say it. We love Miss Harmony. We support Miss Harmony. Miss Harmony has good Summer Wells videos. She has good research. Miss Harmony is an educated person. As far as I know, Natasha, you were just commenting this to me, Natasha. As far as I know, Miss Harmony is unmonetized. She just does this for awareness, and I don't know if that's still true. I'm assuming that it is, but for a long time, she this is just what she does, and she's good. Her channel has grown. These people that I cover, they're all very stagnant. You can only hate the Wells so much. So your base is only going to be this big. You ever look at Cher, Lab, even that weird lady that I had on, like her aspiration would be to be a Cher. This lady on the screen, you would never get bigger on YouTube than like 17 to 20,000 people. And y'all been doing this for years. You got to show personality. You got to show honesty. You got to show people something different. Be real with people, and you'll grow. These people hate. I'm shooting down right now. Like this lady, I'm shooting down. And as a YouTuber, you never do that. I'm not supposed to be talking about the blonde moron, Smiley, or her. All three of them combined don't have my subscribers. And I'm not a subscriber person or someone who throws those numbers around. I'm just telling you that I'm just showing you that if you pay attention, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. They're never going to grow. The people are never going to grow. I walked into here and surpassed a lot of the ones I talked about. It's comical because you got to be real. Being real will always get you somewhere. But these people are a joke. We're going to do her next. All right, look, I got to finish this video up, man. What time is it? 1:30. Holy shit. All right, look, I want to clear this up. I'm going to use this last segment for a video, guys. So I went on a panel the other night. I believe Short Legs was in here. She was on the panel. And I got into an argument with somebody. This is an important subject. So I went on a panel and I got into an argument with somebody. This person, what happened is, well, Noelle was on a panel and I was kind of like working out. I was talking to the person on panel a little bit, and I was venting to some people that I'm okay with, specifically people who were on the panel and the channel that it was. I was venting to them, and I was saying things like these people. I was talking about people that I always cover, and I was talking about these people have no content, they have no personality, and they're miserable. But at the end of the day, no matter what they say, Don and Candace are free. They're not charged. And anybody that actually understands this true crime thing, yes, they always look at the parents first in a case like this. But the longer time goes, the data shows the longer time goes, look it up, the less likely there's going to be anything. So the fact that these people cling on to one thought, these people have their eyes on one thing, all that's fine. There's a 1% chance that somewhere else is going to be found. 1%. You're dividing that by half and saying that you're Summer's Army. That's fine. Just don't sell the merch. That's fine though. But I'm saying things like this, and I was talking about like earlier in the live with this lady who claims to be a patriot. She's on YouTube, going live, saying she hates the family. That's how this lady is acting. This is crazy. But these people, it's nuts to me. I was venting about these morons, and I was talking about the time that Don, he said a bad word. And I watched all these woke YouTubers pop up, and everybody had content. Now this is this and that. Okay, for what it's worth, to the dude that I was arguing with, I don't know you, and you come in hot. So you yell, I yell, but you never told me like what your issue was. You just came in talking about a hard R. And then somebody else that I don't know is saying, you can say it ending with an A, but not an R. Okay. The hard R thing is super woke. How about you don't say it at all? And that's the answer that I gave you. You don't, if you're mad about an N word, the R in the N word should not change the hate behind it. How about the whole word sucks? But if you let me talk a second, first off, I didn't say the N word. Don did. Second off, my point to you was there's a father who's missing a child. That dude's not thinking right. Am I justifying a word that he said? No. It's wrong. But at the same time, if the shoe is on the other foot, I have enough life experience to know, hey, how many people in chat, when someone has died, maybe in your family, have you ever had that weird thing about the will? How awkward is that? You ever fight with your family about a will? Or know somebody that has? Why are they doing that? Why they? Because they're not right in the head. They're dealing with grief. You're dealing with a situation like that with a parent with no clarity. There's no answer. Every day he doesn't know. At least for people who have missing children who have made passed, a good example, Harvey Montgomery. There's clarity there. There's not a question mark every single day. They can accept what's happened, and they could work on their life from there on out. But it's a whole different ballgame with you not knowing that it drives somebody crazy. You have literally seen both of the parents hit the bottle and do all these YouTube videos, which is interesting because these people who think they're a mastermind criminal, that are mastermind criminal with this big plot they're hiding, they've been wasted before on panels and not slipped about anything. And on top of that, when people judge them, like, how do I know if you're in those shoes, you're not smoking crack dealing with that? So maybe they're fortunate they hit the bottle because you're smoking crack. I mean, we can do this all day. I don't know. All I know is if the shoes were in another foot, and let's just say Don was black, and he said, and the black man said, out of this mindset that I'm explaining, out of life experience that I could realize and say this and know this. If he said cracker, I don't care if he said it with the hard R or the hard A. I don't care. Dude, I know what you're going through. I'm not going to get offended. That's silly, but everybody's different. Everybody's different. And this world that we live in, listen, that the race politics is really, really stupid. And I take it real personal because of a lot of different reasons. In 2024, if you do not understand that we're going through a great reset, if you don't understand that they are trying to forcefully make you disagree, they want you to argue. They want white versus black. They want the books, and they want to attach to people that are gay. They want to attach those books in the schools to them. Guess what? I know a lot of gay people. There's a creator on this platform, Gina Diamond. She can't stand that shit and speaks about it. She's a very important voice. But they want you to be mad at gay people, especially trans, because they want you to associate those books in the schools. They want you to believe that George Floyd's nonsense, even though it is not a conspiracy anymore. The FBI hid the autopsy reports. This is factual information, which is crazy because the guy that is found guilty for killing him. So FBI covered the autopsy reports up on Chauvin. Chauvin just got stabbed in prison, and this is all factual information. Crime Obsessed couldn't tell you that because we're in America. We're in America. The Google is suppressing so much information right now. They are there. So in case you guys don't know, Google controls the outcome of elections tremendously. Okay, by one simple thing. On the week of election day for the president, they on your home screen on your computer, if you're a registered Democrat, they send you alerts all day. So you're constantly reminded to go vote. 100% of the time they do that. They send about 10% of the Republican Party those reminders. That alone has such a huge impact on the election. It's unreal. But not just that. Tim Pool was breaking down not only that, but the news that you're consuming. These idiot YouTubers who source this fake news. Google is now, if you reside in America, Google is now forcing you to take in 63% Democrat ran news. Okay, so they're forcing their agenda on you. We are in the Great Reset. My point, and I could do politics all fucking night. And matter of fact, at some point, sticking up for Donald Kansas so much, I'm gonna switch this whole channel up. And I think my voice needs to be in that sector. I'm very knowledgeable on it. So we'll get there when we get there. But my point to telling you this is when I'm venting to some friends and I understand through my life of different situations. I've told a story about my friend who killed somebody, okay, and how his mind frame was behind that. It wasn't premeditated. He didn't want to. The dude ran at him with a knife. He took the knife and gutted the dude. He did not want any of that to happen. He just wanted his son's PlayStation back. But it fucked his head up. He's never the same. He's a Xanax monster now. He's not the same Scott that I know. My point is, sometimes you have to respect them boundaries. That dude who's a Xanax monster, he's going to say some crazy shit that he didn't used to say. And I have, if I'm a good friend, I roll with it. Or if I know the story, I roll with it. Now, you don't have to. You can get offended at what he says. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm trying to explain this to this guy and his argument, and it's a bunch of woke stuff. And I'm just not trying to hear it. I'm just not trying to hear it. And on top of that, within 2 minutes of like conversing with this person, he calls me a motherfucker, which I could care less. But remember, Don Wells' bad word. Okay. He's so upset about the bad word that there's a grievance. Now, he doesn't tell me the grievance. He just tells me at this point a hard R. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Then he calls me a motherfucker. So what do? I start screaming. I'm all offended. You called me a motherfucker with a hard R. He starts apologizing to me. I can't take this person serious. Like I don't care that you said it. Now, I wasn't cussing you, but I thought we're having a debate here. Let's just say the exchange was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. Okay. But my point is, look, to you, man, if you felt offended off something that guy said, then hey, man, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. And I guess you deserve an apology. Even though I didn't say anything, I can't really tell you how you feel. But my message to you is just, man, we need stronger people. You know what I'm saying? We need stronger people. And when I told you that there's not a word you can say that's going to get me upset, I meant that. But I did invite this guy on the show, but I invited him on the show because I wanted to have a debate about this. But then I remembered I already did it. I have already did it. So there was a time where Heels was under some controversy about a blog that she did. Now, I'm okay with Heels. We have moved past that. But I had a guest on the show who explains a lot of things, and it's worth a listen. So from this point on, I'm going to put that clip in, and I hope you take this video in for what it's worth, because I respect this guy a lot, and it was an interesting conversation, yet a tough conversation that two men can sit down and do without yelling over each other, without having a dick measuring contest, but civil discourse. And I think it's important. A lot of creators on this platform, like in the beginning of this video, that lady will never talk about the vax for her son. That lady will never talk or make a video about Biden's policies. I've done all this in the past many times. I think that creators should use their voices, but it won't happen. I'll use mine as best I can, but check this clip out until the next one. All right, we just made a video. See how easy that was? I am going to put a clip on that. And if you haven't seen that live, it's about over a year ago or something. Very good live with Cross Your Heart podcast. Check them out. Interesting topic of race. I basically asked him, is heels in the air racist? And you will be, and I explained to him what people found and what was going on. You'll be very surprised with the conversation. You might, you really will. Who was in here for that? I apologize to you guys, man. I started late and I've been ignoring the chat, but I had a lot to talk about. You know, as a Canadian, did you know we're not allowed to share with you guys on Facebook about, hey, yes, you know, what's important, Natasha, is this is what I learned about Canada as of recently. So in Canada, and Tucker Carlson had this on the show the other day. So in Canada, this is very alarming. In the United States, they have people locked up, grandma and grandpa, for going in that Capitol building on January 6th. They are still in solitary confinement without bond. Okay. They're getting done dirty. Okay. You have congressmen having their back. They're getting done very dirty. That whole January 6th thing, let's be real. I've been posting on my community. People, you should go to theblaze.com and watch the real footage. That was a setup. Again, I mentioned it earlier. That weaponization of that whole FBI, that moron thinks that they don't know about underground tunnels. They're able to trick half a country. If you know, you know. But the videos are out. It's not even a conspiracy. The videos are out. But anyhow, what they did to those people on J6, the way that they're treating them as they're incarcerated, it's a statement here in America. They're telling you, as this plan unfolds, as this great reset unfolds, they're telling you without telling you, don't you rise up and stop anything because you'll be like them. How do I know that? I remember the truckers' convoy in Canada. They took their Bitcoin, they froze their bank accounts. Them dudes were just doing what this moron wouldn't do. Them dudes were just saying, hey, we don't want the vax. And they lined up. The government did them dudes dirty. But what they also did is send a statement. So you can find this on Tucker's channel. He finally came to YouTube. Canada has a J6 people in jail too. It's the truckers. People don't know this. They also are in confinement. They also don't have bond. They also are getting done dirty. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but it's real. It's what's happening. We have this great reset, man. You see it in play in all the countries. And Conor McGregor just snapped because people come across the border where he lives in his country, and they did some dirty things to a little girl. And he went viral about the situation. Well, what do you know? It's happening here too. The play is in. You see, the Dutch farmers are literally the climate change thing. Man, climate change is real, but when the government is forcing it and talking, man, they're playing people. All that means is you have to buy an electronic car. All that means is this and that. These people, I forget what I was going to say. The Dutch farmers, they hit you with this climate change shit. And these dudes can't make no money. They can't make no money. They did the same thing in Sri Lanka. When Sri Lanka was burning, they made these new policies, climate change. That country's broke. They ran the president out the country. So right now you see these viral videos of these Dutch farmers on their tractors throwing shit all over the government buildings. Look it up. Fact check it. It's real. But man, I can't stand when these fucking woke YouTubers on YouTube take the fucking fake news and bring it to true crime and then say things like disinformation. Do you know what that means? This information was created for COVID. That's a way for the government to censor you. You're using it in Summer Wells videos. Dirt. Stop saying unalived. That doesn't mean anything but no. That's a monetization trick that YouTubers created, that somehow one YouTuber, don't know who it was, spun it to where it's a safe word for stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Did you guys know that? I'm racist against stupidity and ignorance, no matter your race or gender. Check that video out. So I made a video, not now, I'm just ranting now, but when I was talking to you about that argument, I'm going to attach a clip to it. And check that video I drop in the next day or so. It's interesting. Listen, I'm friends with Charleston White. Anybody know who that is? Noel is friends with Charleston White. Huge YouTuber. He's in the I forget his community. Well, they censored him. He was going on 1 million subscribers. They got rid of him. You can't find Charleston White on any. You cannot find him on a channel that's white, except maybe DJ Vlad or at Aiden Ross. You know whose channel he's on twice? Motherfucking White Boy Radio. An interesting race conversation if you'd like to listen to it. But it's funny to watch. He's in the black conscience sector. What is that shit called? The black conscience some shit like that. Man, these people are stupid on YouTube. Yeah, watch these channels. They call, man, this shit is comical. This shit is like fake to me. And that's really what I was snapping about when I had this argument. Because this shit is fake to me. This shit on here is fake to me. Like, I sit up here week after week and bring you guys receipt after receipt after receipt and show you so much and this and that. But it's so fake to me. There's people who they want to be nice to you, this and that. And then you catch them in another chat. That shit is weird to me. Like that's not me in real life. Like I'm a real motherfucker. I don't know, man. There's a whole bunch of good people on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, but the majority, and when you're in it and you're doing it and you understand it, and then you sit back and watch somebody, this shit is crazy. This shit's crazy, man. But I'm gonna jump off this thing, man. I'm not mad. I'm just venting. That Great Reset will get me worked up. These people don't get me worked up. It's funny to watch them like think they have me in a gotcha moment. I mean, this lady got people. That lady, that blonde lady, go to my community wall. Just go, and then you go back here. I'm showing you the whole timeline. What a moron. What a moron. Gives her whole name, her husband's name, her dog's name, her birth date. I don't even know who that is. And then then she's taking my shit too. So that's interesting. We'll have a peek at that, shall we? Like I tell people, if I catch you stealing my content, expect it. Don't get mad. Don't make a post. Just expect it. I don't even know who this person was. Wow. But anyway, that's not the focus. It's a nobody. The focus is on the crazy stuff from Knowledge is Power. The little tiny bit that I've showed you so far, and what I will impart to. Let her tell it. You're crazy. Those dates and those times, it was all a facade. That name, that legal court document, that's not real. Don and Candace are the boogeyman. Duh. Until the next one, y'all.